ready?
Yeah.
Oh, Poppy. Hello, welcome to my presentation. Are the gangs in New York or Pride Rock? Why I believe the new Mufasa movie ripped off of gangs of New York. Now, let's start off. The Mufasa movie. I did not write this, actually, because I don't really remember a lot. But after a terrible flood separates the young lion Mufasa from his parents, his life is saved by another lion cub named Taka, or Scar. Mufasa and Taka grow up like brothers. But years later, when the lions are older, another group of dangerous lions threatens the pride's existence. And Mufasa and Taka must go on the run together. There they encounter both new allies and many dangers. Their loyalty to each other is put to the test. This movie fucking sucks. This movie's poop from a butt. There's no depth. That's pretty much it. They meet a girl lion along the way. Love story. Whatever. It does not matter. One of my favorite movies, Gangs of New York. Amsterdam Fallon is a young Irishman, son of one of the more powerful groups in New York. When his father is murdered by William Cutting, a powerful anti-immigrant gang leader, he's forced into hiding until he gains the courage to return and seek vengeance. He knows that revenge can only be attained by infiltrating Cutting's inner circle. Amsterdam's journey becomes a fight for personal survival and to find a place for the Irish people in 1860s New York. Things to be noted, Amsterdam Fallon, played by Leonardo DiCaprio, in 2002.
Where'd you get that?
He's the son of the priest, and he kind of abandons religion after his father dies. Spoiler. So, yeah, he's like edgy as hell, but he's a sensitive guy. Whatever, does not matter. These are my characters who I'm basing these off of. Amsterdam Fallon is Mufasa. Johnny, I don't fuck with Johnny. He's ugly, he's stupid, and I don't like him, and he's annoying. He is Taka / Scar. That is Jenny. Cameron Diaz from The Mask. I know you don't know actors. She is Sarabi. This fitted to the socks man is the butcher. I fucking love him, even though he's really racist.
Why is the lion smiling?
I don't know.
He's gonna make them go bye-bye.
Damn smirk.
No. That all it fucking does is smile in the movie. I fucking hate that line. It's so stupid. Here we go. My little collage. These are the parallels between the two characters that I've found. So, both of them were isolated at a very young age. Mufasa was separated from his parents due to a flood, so he was kind of living on his own, but when he got taken into another pride, they kind of put him with the women because they're like, oh, you're dirty and impure, you're not royalty, you suck. Amsterdam was kind of isolated because they sent him away out of New York for a while because the gangs don't like his ass. They don't fuck with him. So he returns later back to New York when he's older and people don't know who he is. They both have really bad PTSD. Like, you could mention, oh, this priest over there, he's annoying. Amsterdam starts fucking sobbing. It's like, my daddy! Mufasa, he cannot swim, so whenever there's water, he starts, like, freaking the fuck out. And he remembers his dad dying. Common theme here. Both are natural leaders, so Amsterdam Fallon eventually gets, like, all of the gangs in New York together to fight the butcher, the guy who was fitted down to the socks. Mufasa gets all the animal groups together to fight the big bad guy, the white lion, who doesn't even have a fucking name. They didn't really put any depth. They both have names that make no sense at all. Amsterdam Fallon, he has no correlation to the Netherlands. Never shopped there, never been there. Mufasa means king, and this guy is poor.
No, he becomes the Lion King.
They didn't know that.
Yeah, he was a prince.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was. His previous parents were Lion Kings.
Yeah.
No, okay, that's
He was supposed to be. That's why they named him Mufasa.
Wait, okay, that's true in The Lion King, but in the Mufasa movie, he's not even part of a pride. It's just mom, dad, and little thing.
But
Yeah, he was part of a pride.
There were no other lions there, it was just them. So, shut up. You guys think you know this? Stupid idiots.
Hey, you
Cena's
just replaced my body parts. Yeah, call me stupid.
all of your body parts, stupid idiots, because they're sentient. Does not matter. Cena's having dirty or impure blood. Amsterdam Velen is Irish, one of the most oppressed races at the time, 1860s. Mufasa is seen as poor and stupid. They don't like him.
Did you call Irish a race?
That's what our history teacher said, and at the time they were considered a different race.
They're white.
I know, it's weird.
The orange hair makes you different.
He does not have orange hair. Sorry. Mufasa, he's poor and they don't like him because he's not royal. Unwavering motivations. Their motivations are different, but it kind of gets them to the same place. Like Mufasa, he really wants to go to this like promised land where all the animals have food and water and shelter. He wants to kill, Amsterdam wants to kill his father's killer. And that kind of gets them to the same end goal. They both end up killing the big bad guy and bringing people together. So effortlessly charismatic, don't have to say much, they're brave. Next. Fucking Johnny. I put less pictures of Johnny because I don't like him. He's ugly and he deserves to be at the bottom. He's cowardly. He's bad at talking to women. He's overly confident. He will boast about doing the bare minimum. Like if he picks up a coin on the ground, he'll be like, "Ha, you dropped this and I picked it up for you." And I'm like the goat. They're both exactly the same. They're disloyal. They will trade their friends over a woman in a heartbeat. They're weak. If they get in a fight, they are thrown in a second. Oh, Baba. Written to be uglier than the main character. This might be biased, because I think he's really ugly. Next. Sarabi and Jenny. I love Jenny. She's hot. Both of them are written to be attractive, because, you know, the lions like her. Sarabi and, you know, whatever. They're both sultry, because they're like, "Ooh, you know, I don't need anyone," and whatever. They're not like other girls, because they're brave and strong, and they don't need anyone to take care of them. She's a lone wolf. She can take care of herself. Mourns the loss of her old home and life. Don't really have to say much about that. Brave and confident in who she loves, will not settle. The Butcher. Take a look at him. He's pretty fucking dope. My favorite character, even though he's really, really evil.
I like the picture of him pointing.
He's fitted down to the socks, and I really like that. Okay, so he's widely feared around the nation. He's like the big bad guy. So is the White Lion. The White Lion has no depth at all. They don't give his ass a name. They don't say what he does. He has no motivations. He's just evil. The Butcher is full of depth. And that doesn't matter right now because we're not talking about him alone. He uses his gang to conquer land and take what he wants. Don't have to explain that. Does not play by the rules. Now, in the Mufasa movie, the White Lion goes over to the pride that Mufasa was staying with. And he goes, "Oh, this is mine now." And then Mufasa's adoptive father, who doesn't like him, goes, "Oh, you can't do that. Lions have rules in the pride." So that's that. And the Butcher, he actually runs for the position of the mayor in town. And when he loses, he murders the other guy in broad daylight, and they just let it happen. So, you know, that's not okay. A beast on the battlefield, will not hesitate to tear anything apart, thrives in cold climate, as you can see. They are in the snow, and they're chilling. They're chilly. White supremacists. The lion is white, and it believes that only white lions should be there, you know. You know how it is. The contrasts. Okay, the contrasts are short because...
That is not short.
Listen, compared to everything else, it's short.
It's 20 slides.
26.
26 slides.
I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, we'll wait for you.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, welcome back. Slight intermission. Here are the contrasts. Gangs of New York isn't about lions, obviously. I'm not attracted to Mufasa. I am not a zoophile. Only one of these movies is really good with a banging soundtrack. And it is not Mufasa. Mufasa and Amsterdam's motivations are different, as I mentioned previously. Amsterdam wants to kill his father's killer, and Mufasa wants to go to the good area. Amsterdam becomes a close friend to the butcher to keep his enemy close. Well, Mufasa does not. He actually runs away from the butcher. The White Lion. Wrong person gets a disfiguring scar on their eye. And it's actually a lot worse than Scar's scar. They made it look really dramatic in the movie when it's like a cut. Stupid. Taka isn't killed by the White Lion for snitching. Context. Top of the screen. Johnny is dying here. This is because he was a coward. And he went to the butcher and he said, hey, this is the son of the priest and he's here to kill you. So, you know, the butcher, he fucks with Amsterdam. He's like, that's my boy right there. And you know what? Even though he's in the wrong, you're ratting him out and you're an asshole. So he impales him on an iron gate. Good riddance. And it's really funny because Leonardo DiCaprio, Amsterdam, to put him out of his misery, it was like, with a gun and it's like...
Wait, do that again. I didn't get that.
Yeah, so you know, whatever. Gangs of New York is about thieves. The lions are noble. So to supply the butcher, the people in Gangs of New York, they steal things from like anywhere. They sell dead bodies. They rob houses. The lions don't do shit. They walk around. Gangs of New York doesn't have prophecies or a stupid bird that only ever makes quips. That is unfortunately just done by Leonardo DiCaprio. And it's really ick-worthy because it's like 1800s slang and he's already wearing a stupid outfit, so it does not help him. Okay, parallel number 1. The main character was separated from his family in the most dramatic way possible, having to watch his father die. As you can see, this is the priest being murdered by the butcher, and he's holding Amsterdam's face as he dies, because he's like, you gotta man up here, and you're gonna watch your dad die. That's the lion dying in the flood. It was really hard to find that clip. There's the wet lion who is soggy and stupid. Okay, this might be a little disorienting.
Wow!
You got little pictures. After witnessing his father's death, the young main character is at risk of being killed by beings in his environment. At the last second, he's saved by another young boy whom he grows close with. They share an almost brother-like bond. I don't really have to describe it. Amsterdam is being chased, and the boy hits the guy in the leg. That's Johnny at the top. Why does he hit him?
Oh, it's like in the first Lion King when he catches him and he kills him.
Yeah.
That happens a lot in the movie.
They do it like 7 times. It's
It's
disorienting.
gotta hurt, man.
It does. Okay. Parallel number 3. That
Wonka.
stupid fucking hat. I fucking hate Amsterdam Valens' hat. It's ugly.
Are you ovulating?
Not yet. I finished it yesterday, so whatever. The main character is seen as less than adequate by his peers because of his impure blood and status in their society. The butcher is a white supremacist, fucking hates the Irish, so he's always calling him slurs and being unkind to Amsterdam. He's like, but you're one of the good ones, and he's like, he's being called stupid and an outcast, Mufasa, for not being of royal blood in the Pride. So he's, you know, stupid, ugly, and, you know, not nice. Parallel number 4. The discrimination against the main character leads to him being isolated, thus having time to develop great strengths far beyond most. He works hard to develop his intuition and abilities. At the top. So, Amsterdam has been away from New York for a very, very long time, and he's been training to fight his father's killer. So, he becomes a really good fighter, and he gets really street smart. At the bottom, Mufasa, he is with the female lions for most of the time in the New Pride. So he has time to learn how to fight and how to like sniff out enemies, something that all the male lions do not know how to do already. So they both share that. Parallel number 5. There's Johnny in a burning building.
Great pictures.
I am burning. Fucking hate him. Oops. Oh no, the mic.
Anti-ovulation.
Yeah. I fucking hate him. Should have been left in that burning building. Whatever. The main character pretty much becomes their friend's protector. Both Taka and Johnny are constantly relying on their braver friend to get him out of any sticky situation that could have been easily avoided. Top. Johnny says, let's go rob this burning house, because what's the police gonna do? Come into the house? Does not end.
That's smart, though.
That is not smart. Don't say that.
The scene is like really funny.
I gotta zoom in on your face just to out of shame for
I'm
you.
not being serious. I would not go into a burning building to rob it.
Shameful.
Yeah, it was. The scene is actually really funny and stupid.
Unless they had something I want.
Ew.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And at the beginning, I don't know if you guys remember, but I showed the pictures of the butcher, and there was like that red image, and he was like on this contraption. He owns a fire truck for some reason.
The fuck?
They never
That's
addressed that. Yeah.
He's not gonna stick.
He's not fixated on fire trucks. So at the bottom, Taka followed Mufasa into hunting, and then things got hairy because the white lions are there, and he has to get his ass saved as usual because he's fucking stupid and I hate him. Parallel number 6. Due to the violence that surrounds the main character, he has to hide himself from the evil around. Mufasa killed the White Lion's son. Amsterdam is the son of William Cutter's greatest enemy. Both of these villains are unaware that the main character is a threat against them. Don't really have to elaborate much on that, so we're just gonna go past. Parallel number 7. This is where I start to notice the parallels. This is like where things started to click for me. It was like, oh fuck. Things seemed a little more vague before, but trust me, they get really perpendicular. The main character has a big interest for Girl. However, once he learns his close kin has strong feelings for her, he squashes any thought about pursuing her. Oh. Parallel number 8. The girl makes moves towards the reluctant main character. He tries to refuse his love for her because he's loyal to his close friend. At the top, they went to a dance in a brothel. Scandal. So what she has to do is sit in a chair and then look at men. They line up behind her, and she sees them in the mirror, and then she sees like, oh, should I dance with him? So she goes like, no, next, no, until Leonardo DiCaprio shows up, and she goes, yes, and he's like, no, you're supposed to be with Johnny, stop, and she's like, but I like you, and you know, whatever. Yeah, so these lines, what happens here is that Mufasa has been saving Sarabi's butt, like, quite a bit, so, like, but she kind of got knocked out, so she didn't know who saved her, and then she's like, wait a minute, you're the one who saved me and not Johnny, or Johnny, Taka, you're the one who saved me, Taka, and, like, I'm supposed to be with him, but, like, you're kind of fine.
This was bugging me. Sorry.
You know, so it's like, oh, I can't be with you, but, you know, whatever. Next. Okay, next. The main character and the girl become very infatuated with each other. It's become impossible for them to be apart any longer. However, the main character's close friend catches them as soon as they commit to each other. This is pretty much like a mirror right here. Like the cinematography was like exactly the same. Of course, one is a little bit raunchier than the other. Mufasa and Sarabi don't have graphic sex.
Thank God.
But yeah, he kind of crashes out. Johnny is ugly, so I don't know what he expected. He looks really silly.
Skitty.
Parallel number 10. The friend crashes out. If I can't have her, no one can. Type of ordeal. He goes to the enemy and exposes the truth behind who the main character is and why he should be killed. He spills all of the plans to the enemy. No need to explain. This is happening. Boop. Parallel 11. Images might be a little confusing because I put them out of order because I thought it was a good idea, but it's really not. The main character finds out about the betrayal. He knows a big fight is coming, so he organizes all the gangs of all kinds to help him fight. Usually the different groups wouldn't help each other. However, his strong leadership and reasoning sway the others enough to help him. Here, they're supposed to be all the immigrants. So it's like the Irish, the Italian, the Chinese. And they're like, hey, let's fight against this white supremacist who is going to oppress all of us when, you know, he comes to power. And we cannot have this. Lion King. Mufasa, sorry. Mufasa goes, the white lion is coming. We gotta get everyone together. We gotta fight him or else he's going to make everyone's lives a living hell. Odd. That's like exactly the same. Parallel number 12. In the midst of battle, the main character and the villain find themselves in a disorienting one-on-one battle, simultaneously fighting the elements and each other. They can barely see as they paw the empty air. The main character wins by a hair. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but in the first one, a building, crumbled. Just smoke everywhere, gunpowder, so they couldn't even see each other. It was like a dust storm, as they have daggers, and they can't see until finally Amsterdam stabs the butcher and, kills him. At the bottom, the lions fall into, an underwater cave, and they can't see each other, so they're pawing at the air, and they're clawing until finally the white lion is stabbed and crushed by a rock. Eerily similar, whatever. Parallel number 13, and I think the last one. Once the main character wins the fight, all of the other groups look up to him as their leader. With everyone at peace, they find comfort in knowing they have someone to guide them in case of trouble. So here, he's looking at the destruction of New York, and he knows that it will all rise from the ashes and all will be good again. Here Mufasa's talking to Sarabi, and he's like, yeah, I'm the new king of the Animal Kingdom. Bonus. A character gets a disfiguring scar on their face from the enemy. They're looked at like a freak, even though it's really not that bad. The scar is fresh here, so it looks worse than it actually is, because most of the pictures I showed you, he already has the scar, but it's you can't even fucking see it. I thought it should be included, because, Scar is a big character here, but it's not Johnny that gets it, so it doesn't really count. Conclusion.
Oh my god, what is that?
That's Amsterdam Ballad.
What is that?
Though not everything is exactly the same, obviously, I want to know what you all think about my scalding hot take. Am I autistic and freaking out about common tropes, or are they really just the exact same plots?
I say it's the exact same
I
plot.
It's the same, but what is that fiction?
It's the
It's
same plot, but you're still autistic.
Thanks.
yeah, you're autistic and it's the same plot.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Yay.
Excellent.